Let's see how many people we have online. Yeah, nobody's. Let's wait for some minutes. Yeah. If you're just joining in, you're welcome to this live. And this live, I just want to talk about the benefit of exercises and why I started exercises. So fast forward to today, let's say for like 5 years ago, I was into some form of addiction. And those addictions, they made me so weak. I was so weak. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't stay motivated. I couldn't stay motivated to do anything with my life. I was on drugs. I was masturbating. I was just hooked to pornography. So in those years, I lacked the motivation to go out there and chase my dreams. But when I discovered exercises and home workout for myself, that was when everything changed. I'd always wanted to look for a way out because that masturbation, it kept me in bondage. I could not do anything meaningful with my life. Each time I wanted to, go out there and achieve something, it's like there's a chain that has been tied around me. Each time I wanted to go out there to fulfill my own dreams, I knew I had something great in me. I knew I was destined for greatness. I knew that God has a purpose for my life. But what was holding me back was the fact that I was so addicted to pornography. And that addiction has kept me in bondage. It has kept me weak. So when I started exercising, you know, that serves as a replacement for those habits that I usually have. Each time I wanted to masturbate, the punishment I usually give myself was to do 50 push ups. Anytime I masturbate, I do 50 push ups. So the thought of masturbation started dying down gradually. So that addiction was gradually going down because I found a way out through exercise. I realized that with a regular exercise, I it became a replacement for that addiction. That is why I get addicted now to work out instead of pornography. So if you're suffering with any kind of addiction, what I'll tell you is start exercising today. Many of us are looking for cheap dopamine release. Many of us are looking for cheap pleasure, a pleasure that will not last, but will have what? A lasting effect, which is negative on our mental health. So if you really want to grow, if you really want to become that person that want to fulfill his destiny on earth, I'm telling you, you must take exercises seriously. Because no matter how big your dream are, no matter how ambitious you are, no matter how, you know, no matter how, passionate you are about life, if you don't, if you are not in a very good physical state, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to achieve it. Go to the hospital today. The sick people today, no matter how much they have dreams, they have ambition, they have many things they want to achieve, but they cannot achieve it because they are sick. They cannot achieve it because one ailment or the other has kept them in that place. So if you really want to take your life seriously, you must take exercises seriously. Now here are some of the importance of exercising regularly. The first importance of exercising regularly is that it helps with your mental clarity. It helps you to think clearly. Anytime I exercise and then I take my cold shower, I feel very great. I feel released. I feel renewed. So there's a need for you to take your exercise seriously. If you really want to achieve your purpose, if you really want to make an impact on this earth, you must take your fitness lifestyle seriously. You must take it serious. So at some point in time, I could, I couldn't go a day without going on drugs. I couldn't go a day without masturbating. I couldn't go a day without those addictions. Every night, I find myself on those addictions. So what did I do? I started exercising. I found out that exercise were a replacement for that addiction. I became addicted to exercises, and I made it a punishment for myself that anytime I masturbate, I must do 50 push-ups. Now imagine, at that point I couldn't even do 20 push-ups. So doing 50 push-ups was a lot for me. For me to do 50 push-ups instead of masturbating, it helped me to reduce the urge to masturbate. Anytime I find myself trying to go into masturbation, I just said to myself, I will use this exercise as an escape route. And it gave me that long-term fulfillment. It gave me that long-term, gratification. Some of us were looking for cheap dopamine release through drugs, through masturbation. So masturbation is just a shortcut, and it has a very long-lasting effect on you. It has a very long-lasting effect, which can cripple your relationship. It can cripple your, both your personal relationship, your romantic relationship. Hello, Levis Short. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining. So if you are just joining right now, you're welcome. We are talking about how I use exercise to escape my addiction from pornography. Now, my addiction started from influence from, friends and other things. So with those influences, at some point, I could not even do without it. At some point, I was like, everything was coming to an end for me, because I never knew that I could be free from pornography. I never knew that there would come a time where one day would pass me without watching pornography. I never knew that there was a day where I would wake up early in the morning, feeling energized, feeling strong, feeling, motivated to go out there and work. I never knew that the time will come in my life where I will, nobody will force me to go and pursue my dreams. But when I started exercising, guys, you couldn't believe it. Nobody has to tell me to go to work. But when I was addicted to pornography, in fact, people, my mom had to come to my door and knock and force me out of the bed. Because after, watching porn, you get tired, you feel weak, you don't feel motivated to do anything. You don't feel motivated to go out there and work. You don't feel motivated to chase your dreams. You don't feel motivated to, go after that God-given talent. You don't feel motivated to release those potentials in you. But right now, as I took exercise seriously, my health has improved. My health has improved in every ramification. Today I'm feeling so energetic. Today I can confidently stand and speak before people. Why? Because I've replaced my addiction to pornography with exercise, with regular exercise. Now, at some point, I never had money because I was thinking of, okay, where should I go to the gym? Or, I started giving myself excuse. I said, I don't have money for gym, I don't have money for that, I don't have money for this. Sorry, excuse me. But then I realized that I can use what I have at home to start building myself. I can start where I am. I can start from home. I don't need money to go to the gym. So my life, at some point, I felt like, giving up on life. I felt hopeless. I felt, I couldn't leave this addiction. But with the help of God, with the help of family, with the help of accountability, with the help of, most importantly, myself. Because if every other person wanted to help me, but I'm not willing to help myself, then all effort will be wasted. So the most important factor in this journey was me. I had to take the decision to be the person I am today. Even though I'm not where I want to be, but I'm grateful that I'm not where I used to be. I'm grateful that I have overcome masturbation. Now I can tell you clearly that in fact, since the beginning of this year, I've not set my eyes to watch anything, adult content, or to even think of it, because I've gotten used to exercises. Exercises have now become my newfound partner. Exercises have now become everything for me. So if you're in this journey, I will encourage you to keep pushing. Keep pushing, guys. It's never easy. It has never been easy. If anybody tells you it's easy, that person is lying to you. It's going to take months. It's going to take, it depends on how passionate you are and how serious you really want to get out of it. So I can see Chukudi Edit. Chukudi Edit, thank you for joining. And Liam Atsu. I hope I pronounced that name right. Liam Atsu, right? Please, if I pronounce the name correctly, let me know, please. Liam Atsu. Chukudi Edit, yeah, Chukudi. That should be a Nigerian name. So please, can you indicate where you're watching me from? Chukudi. I know you're Nigerian, but I don't know whether you're still in Nigeria. And then Levis Short. Levis Short, can you please indicate where you're watching from? Yeah, I need you guys to help me with where you're watching me from. Liam Atsu, where are you from, sir? I want us to connect, sir. Okay. Wow, that's nice. You're Ghanaian, you're our brothers now in Nigeria. We are just close. We had this bantering between Nigeria and Ghanaians and all that. Okay. So that's nice. Nice to connect with you. It's a pleasure meeting a family like this to share my life journey. And I would say I'm a product of God's grace, because God has been faithful on my life. I never knew that there would be a time where I would confidently stand and speak to the camera like this. At some point, I was camera shy. So starting this channel was a bit, of a challenge. Starting this channel was a bit of a challenge for me, because the number one issue I had was being camera shy. I was like, how can I speak to these people? But I'm grateful for the courage. I finally mustered the courage to come, and it's amazing that I'm connecting with great minds, with great people. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Vincio James. Thank you, guys, for joining. I like Vincio James so much. This is your exercise, this is your push-up. I'm trying to catch up with you, guys. Vincio James. Yeah, sorry, Vincio James. Vincio James, where are you watching me from, please? Vincio James, thank you, guys. I do watch your video, and you are an encouragement to me also. Vincio James, if you are listening, can you please indicate where you are watching from? Vincio James, thank you, guys. Liam Atsu, thank you for being supportive. I really appreciate. I've always told myself, even if it's just two people that will connect with and have this real life connection, it's enough for me. My own aim is to, change the world and to be able to show the world that it is possible, that whatever thing you're going through, with the right mindset, you can achieve it. And that's one thing that home workout and exercises does to us. It helps you to be in the right mood, and it gives you that discipline that you need to succeed in life. Because waking up every day and lifting weight, doing all of this, it's not easy. Discipline is pain. Discipline is not there's no pleasure in discipline. At the moment, there's no pleasure, but for the long term, there's a long time gain to it. So when you're doing it, sometimes you wake up, you don't feel like exercising, but you must defy that feelings. Devoid of the feelings, you must wake up and achieve that which you want to achieve. So that is what exercise does to you. Exercise makes you a person of discipline. That you have to do whatever you're supposed to do, regardless of how you feel. Achieving your goal it doesn't have to be at the mercy of your feelings, because your feelings will fade away. Your feelings will fade, but that discipline is what will keep you going.